mods. I need to download Xenoverse mods, and I got
I'm gonna
tons
turn
of
on the
shit to do.
stream so by the time we want to actually talk, there's people in here.
Too late.
It's too late to apologize.
I came up with a nice game plan, for some YouTube shit. I'm gonna see how it works out. I'm gonna try it for like a month and see if it
Let's
works.
see if this thumbnail updated like it was supposed to.
Nah, I never.
I be hating when I upload a new live stream thumbnail and it doesn't display it, so I just have to take its word for it that it updated it when it says it updated
It
it.
shows the last one. I hate that shit. Shit is annoying.
Oh, okay, it does show updated on my screen. I was wondering.
What card is this? Oh, I already have this card. Alright, I think I'm done for Duel Links for tonight. I'll play it later. Oh, man.
I'm actually going to edit and change this thumbnail as the stream is going because I don't like that little Attack on Titan logo in the corner. It's distracting me. Yeah. I'm just going to zoom in on Mikasa's ass and then...
Yes! The booty cheeks!
Let's see. I have this, let me find the folder that I had this picture in. I have a lot of, actually, there's a lot of thumbnails that I have that are literally just me taking a picture and just altering it slightly by just like zooming it in and angling it and stuff. It's just so crazy to think about how far I've come in terms of like how much different certain things are. When one example of that is the like the fact that, and you remember I was saying why I was like I started making all my thumbnails in Photoshop. It's just, it's almost ridiculous to think. It's almost ridiculous to think that I was doing the peasantry that I was doing. I mean, I know why I was doing it, so I'm not surprised or anything. It's one of those things when you find something that works, you have to really like be proactive to kind of get out of that that rhythm, I guess, to explore new whatever. But to think that I was like doing that for so long and like so all the issues that I encountered are just now gone, and it just gives me so much more flexibility in what I can do with the thumbnails as well.
I'm very proud of you.
It's also crazy to think that, and obviously once again, you can't really be too surprised because we're always in different places during different times, that I was like, when I think somehow I was then, making using that blue background in every thumbnail looks so fucking gay to me now. Like, I can't see myself doing that now.
I like the gold ones personally. Those are my favorite thumbnails.
Oh yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, those are great. I feel like you were in your prime. It's all downhill. It's all downhill from here.
I was in my prime during the golden controller days. That was the only heavenly
controller. I don't know who this nigga is now, but you know, golden heavenly.
That's my video output low.
Yeah, what's up, sir? Yes, we're doing the podcast right now. What's going on, Ricky? Yes.
Oh, I must have him.
Guys.
Oh, wait, what?
No,
is that in a chat somewhere that you're reading?
Yeah, I have multiple chats up. I have
Oh.
I'm trying to bring.
Because I'm like, if someone's talking and I was like, if someone's talking in the Discord, I must have them muted because I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I have all 4 chats up right now.
Where did I just save this thumbnail to? It should like legitimately be right the fuck here. Don't you hate when you save a picture and then you look to see, at least you like thought you looked and saw exactly where you saved it, and then you go exactly where you thought you saved it, and it's like, where the fuck is it? And then it's like you look. You will go through every row trying to find it and you won't find it, and then you'll like go through and like find like, oh, which folder did it go to? It's like the folder that you just looked in, suddenly it's super visible out of nowhere. Like,
yeah, it's just like, how did I miss this? Like,
yeah,
the fuck.
Oh, I haven't saved it. It must be on my second screen because I have the PS4 on my second screen here and I can't fucking. Okay. I didn't hit okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a second monitor this week because
for once in my life I wasn't tripping.
It's not working.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things. I always had this monitor and I always knew what I needed to do. So what I did was I took my computer and I shoved it between my bookshelf and my desk, and then I threw the second monitor up there. Like I knew that's what I needed to do. But once again, same with moving to editing on Photoshop and everything like that, and everything that I do, it's just a matter of getting around to it and not being lazy.
I'm always lazy, so I can't do anything else.
That's my secret. I'm always lazy.
I'm always a lazy nigger.
All right, here we go. Okay, now let's find out why my stream is dropping frames right now. There's nothing that should be throttling my internet. Oh wait, actually, I know what it is. I think I'm downloading a torrent.
No.
That I don't need. So let me cancel that.
What are you downloading?
So that when I'm actually talking, it doesn't matter because what I'm downloading isn't it's relevant, so I'm deleting it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Deleting it from existence.
Excuse me. Fuck do I know?
Oh fuck, did I delete it? I think I deleted a torrent that I didn't mean to delete.
No!
Oh, well. I guess I didn't delete my Adobe Premiere torrent. That's why I thought I deleted. Alright. So the stream should fix itself now. It's probably been buffering like a motherfucker up until this point. All right, we got people in here now. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something before I started streaming, and now I forgot what it was.
It probably
but I
wasn't
can't.
important.
If it's important enough, I'll come up with it again later.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I gotta sync my PS4 with controller with my PS4 rather than my PC here. So you said the reason why we're streaming so late is because I ate dinner at 8 o'clock. I was watching Walking Dead because I missed the 6 o'clock one. But Jay, you said you have a bunch of amazing things to talk about. So
oh yeah, man.
it was necessary.
Yeah, it's lit. It's absolutely lit. I would like to let everybody
before
know.
we get into any of your riveting topics, I do want to bring to light the funny, not funny like haha funny, but like the ironic funny hilarity of the exposing that H3H3 did in that video of Wall Street Journal. Did you see that video?
They took it down.
What do you mean?
He took it down like an hour ago.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, and they put up a replacement video saying that the video didn't have enough evidence to prove what they were trying to state after doing enough research and talking to the guy. So, yeah, they took it down, and he replaced it with another video. And I was just like, Ethan, no, like, this is supposed to mean something. This is for the culture. What are you doing? Like,
wait.
Yeah, go to the channel. They took the video down and they put up another video. It's
And what's the new video talking about now?
Why he took the video down.
So Wall Street isn't exposed and we can't roast them in the streets now?
I don't know. I mean, we're still exposing them in the streets, though. We're still exposing and roasting these niggas because, you know, they're a dying newspaper and nobody buys.
Because when I saw that video and like on the internet, like when they made that video, I was just like, oh man, you know, we about to fucking we about to whip out our torches and pitchforks. We about to go in.
That's it. It's over.
We
about to dive in that shit. It's only a 2-minute long video where they explain it.
Yeah, it's only 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
why
really
we removed our Wall Street Journal video.
Earlier today, we made a video exploring the possibility that the screenshots the Wall Street Journal was publishing and sending to brands were fake.
I was scared to look at the comments.
Based this on a screenshot of analytics of the dude who made the video and concluded that because there were no earnings on that graph, the pictures had to be fake. After posting the video, we realized that there may actually be a possibility that the video itself was claimed, and that's why the revenue wasn't showing up on his graph. Upon further investigation, we realized that that video was actually claimed, which threw too much doubt into our theory, and we felt it was our responsibility to make a correction and tell you guys of that mistake and to take down the video.
Still seems kind of weird. Still seems kind of weird that whoever took these screenshots had to be refreshing the page like a motherfucker to get fucking 3 ads from 3 different commercials to show up on the same video within a short amount of view counts or whatever.
You know what? I think it's so funny.
Sometimes I've intentionally tried to get ads show up on my videos, like just to, not show up, but like to see what they look like by refreshing the page. And then sometimes it takes like 5 refreshes before it even displays an ad, period. So for a video to just keep displaying the ads over and over again. So
I do think it's interesting how they have more journalistic integrity than the Wall Street Journal. Like if something isn't right, they'll take it down. But they're YouTubers. Like what?
The person who claimed his video. Interestingly, we talked to the network that claimed the video, and we were able to actually see how much money this video made. And 160,000 views, the video itself made $12. And if you don't know anything about how YouTube videos make money, that is astronomically low. So on 160,000, you would expect it to make up to $300.
Let me skip that a little bit.
Video with 160,000 views make only $12 with 3 of the most premium, high-paying ads on YouTube playing over the span of 30 views. It doesn't add up at all. In the future, we need to be more thorough. It's definitely ironic that I accused the Wall Street Journal of not being thorough, but in the same video, even dropped that this one's real, Ethan. And that crushed my heart because I can never use that meme again. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you.
Oh man, so it's kind of like the video. I don't feel like he should have taken the video down. Honestly, I understand why he did it though. I respect that he did that. That's something that most people wouldn't even like.
You got to leave it up for the culture, man. For the culture.
Most people would just fight to the ground about like, oh, like this is not Like even if you found out the video is claimed, I would still be like, fuck it. There, I still stand by what I said. But so like okay, so the video was claimed. I still think those pictures are fake because the amount of ads that they managed to compile in a short amount of time is super unrealistic. Like you said, with all those ads running. So it's one of those things. It's like he wasn't wholly wrong in that video, but because there was even a piece of the video that was wrong, he had to take over. And you know what's also stupid? So you know that YouTube's taking away annotations?
Yep.
Which is fucking dumb because I feel
I
like
don't
they
understand
weren't.
that. I think that's fucking weird. Like,
Okay,
that
here's
shit
the
is
reason
useful.
why YouTube claims they're taking away annotations. They're saying they take away annotations because nobody uses them. Nobody fucking uses them anymore because they set up this feature to where annotations and end cards can't be used at the same time. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't see how that can't be accomplished. But annotations don't show up on mobile devices. That's not something that we chose. That's something that YouTube chose not to implement. So YouTube chose to get rid of the annotations, not the users. But the thing about with the annotations is that you were able to correct yourself in a video instead of having to like, you know, you could just insert something in the video. So you could actually add, so he could have added, because I've seen this all the time where people add like an update to their video. They'll add like a paragraph of text as an annotation that they can span across the entire video and then put that there. So I feel like maybe he should have did that. Not take down the entire video, but just maybe in the description and maybe in an annotation on the video, on the screen, to add some extra context or some corrections. Because I feel like that video covered enough to where you don't take down the entire thing. I feel like that undermines the stuff in it that was like legitimate and that was accurate, but whatever. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. But and then also there is a way where you can, which this is obviously going above and beyond. This is way too a bunch of extra effort. You can also just edit clips into a previously existing video as well. But I don't know. It's whatever. It is what it is.
That's work right there.
Here's what I still think should happen though. I still think that H3H3 should remake that video and an updated version of that video and upload it again. I think that this video was just a quick response so that there wasn't just a long period of time of confusion. But I do think that they should work on recording, editing, whatever it may be, a updated version of the video, not just that 2-minute why remove the video.
I think
because I still think
I think that video
they had a lot of
I think that video is really important as far as like, because it definitely conveys almost the entire story of the situation with the Wall Street Journal, and it's just like it's really really like affecting a lot of people, which is perfectly fine for me. I don't give a shit, but you know.
I mean, see, and it was one of those things like where there's smoke. I mean, like if you're looking for something, you'll find it type of situations where like I could say, because I did notice, because like my stats have been going like just like hiking up like super high the past few days, and then all of a sudden it just dipped out of nowhere. But then it's steadily going back up again. So that might just be like I didn't upload a Xenoverse mod video for 3 days or something. So yeah. I'm not gonna instantly assume that that's as a result of the fucking whatchamacallit, the YouTube fiasco, whatever. So I can't outright necessarily say that I'm being affected by it personally yet. Like I don't see any drastic differences. It's kind of hard. It's even harder for me to gauge it because since I've been like growing a lot faster than normal these past couple of days, these past couple of weeks. So it's like the growth is kind of like balancing out any decreases that may or may not exist. So even if there was something happening, I wouldn't see it because, you know, most people, I'm sure they're pretty consistent in terms of their growth and views. So if they suddenly see a drop or they see oh, something's happening. But for me, it wouldn't look like anything, or it wouldn't be visible. So there's no way of telling in my case, but I don't think there's any problem with it. But regardless of whether I'm getting affected by it directly or not now, I still think it's a problem that will become a bigger issue if not addressed as soon as possible. So, but yeah.
I think it's a good time for YouTube to really like. Did you see that video Ethan made about how YouTube needs to be communicating with creators and stuff like that, even, no matter what the changes are? And he was like,
I mean, I don't know if he's made a specific video about that, but I've heard him talk about that a lot. I mean, and that's not just Ethan. That's just like Phil says that.
No, I'm just referencing that video because he was talking about it. He's like, yeah, YouTube basically needs to work on their PR because if they make changes, they need to let us know and stuff like that. And it's just like you can't make a small little blog post that only a couple hundred people will see on a site that's based off of making.
I'm pretty sure that was a Phil DeFranco video because I feel like that exact sentence was in a Phil DeFranco video. So maybe they're confused.
Maybe same,
but
white people. So the white people. He was saying, you know, on a video posting site, you can't expect like such a like that many people to see it. Like
Yeah.
make a video about it. Hire some creator, like hire a creator or something. Like
Oh, never mind. That wasn't H3. That wasn't H3 video. That was an H3 video because I remember that. I don't remember what video that was. I think it was the video when he was talking about the Prank Invasion thing, because I remember he was like, because I remember he was like, yeah, hire me. I'll talk to the people.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. So I'm like, that would be a good idea. Like, a creator could not only could a creator convey like the things that they're trying to say better, but I'm sure they won't like let it through the cracks. Like, hey, like people like YouTube, you're really trying to do this? Like, did you read this over before you handed it to me? Like, this is not okay. Like, you know,
I feel like YouTube, and it's one of those things to where, and I feel like there is kind of this balance, and I feel like, I forgot if we had this conversation before, where like YouTube is kind of like Nintendo in some ways, in the sense that the only way that they're going to change their policies is if they feel like they're forced in a situation where if they don't change, they have no choice. And clearly that's possible, because as you see, with all these advertisers pulling their ads on YouTube, that literally forced them to make a change. So you kind of have to bully them into submission. So the only way that they would change their system is if it's kind of like, and I don't want to, you know, like obviously like just like instantly just condemn people, but like YouTube needs to like, it's almost like they kind of, when they do things in this nature, it almost puts up the impression that they don't even care about their creators. They don't care, like oh, they don't care to be
it definitely does send a message that says like, you know, like, oh man, we need to make changes. I think it's so interesting how when there's an issue with the advertisers, you know, who like provide the money and stuff like that,
you make a change right away,
immediately. But when it comes to creators having issues, it's just like, oh, we'll get to it eventually. Like,
right? They don't feel like they don't feel like oh, like we're a priority. It gives that impression. So
yeah, which definitely shouldn't be the case, because as big of a fucking company as YouTube and Google, you know, it's just like, I wouldn't say they're like not too big to fall, because like at a certain point, like even like, you know, giants fall and shit like that. But I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. And even if it does, I feel like there's more to gain, at least for the creators and stuff like that. But I feel like smart creators, maybe, like, I don't know. It's such a strange situation. I don't think it'll topple over or anything anytime soon.
Chaos Raven 9000, he said something that is kind of the impression that I'm getting as well, is that I feel like a lot of people, they kind of, YouTube is like, it's like almost like a spiteful thing. Like, they see how successful people on YouTube are, and then they get all these people, they get their degrees, and they go through all this effort to get hired to do all this shit. And then you have the people that are just genuinely talented and don't need all of that extra help, and they're just popping off of their own like stuff. And so like it's almost as though the people at Wall Street Journal, like this whatever reporter guy, the Wall Street Journal put in all this effort, probably went to fucking 4 or 5 years of college and all this shit. And meanwhile, you got people like me who has less than 100,000 subscribers making more money than him and has no degree or anything like that. And it's like, oh yeah, let's make some bullshit shit up to have YouTube taken down. Oh yeah, like it's almost like a spiteful thing, because it's not like you're profiting from it. It's just you're just being an asshole. So that's the way I see it anyway.
I definitely agree with that. I think that's something that is
also, and the other thing,
but I feel like that's you have to take personal responsibility. Like that means there are opportunities out there. You choose to make whatever your $35,000 a year, and you're mad because somebody else is famous, making more money than you, and all they did was make videos. Nigga, you go make videos. Why is it so difficult? Figure something out. Like, you see that these opportunities exist. That's like broke people complaining about being broke, but then like not doing anything to fix it. You know, like there's obviously multiple avenues. Start a business, suck some dick, like figure it out. Like it's not that fucking hard.
I like how it always goes back to sucking dick. Like, I don't
know. Let me tell you how if I could build a sucking dick empire, like I would immediately fucking do it. Like don't let prostitution ever be legal, bro. Like, that's it.
What I was gonna also say was that something else that has to be taken into consideration is that it's not just, it's like I feel like people, there's like, if we want to be treated a certain way, like if we want to be treated like fairly, we also have to treat these other people fairly, in the sense that you also have to take consideration that when you say Wall Street Journal, I mean, yes, Wall Street Journal should be held accountable for allowing, even if they don't, as an entire company, condone the acts of a single reporter of theirs. But like, obviously, you had to go through an editor and all this stuff and to get approved to be uploaded or whatever, or just be posted. But like, I don't think that this single, I mean, that's the impression though. But I don't think that, I wouldn't say this single person's like post should be like, oh, this is how Wall Street Journal is just in general. It's probably mainly just this
honestly,
person or a handful of people.
As a person who doesn't I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and I basically said what I was going to say. What were you
Oh,
gonna
okay.
say?
Because I was gonna say, I agree with that, but I also disagree at the same time, because as a person who doesn't really pay much attention to like journalism and stuff like that, like how would I know that? Like it's basically, it's just like racism. It's like just because one
yeah,
black
it's
person
like I
does
was
something terrible, like, oh well, I don't really know that many black people, so I can't say that all of them act like that or all of them don't act like that. So it's like when you see multiple people doing it, and plus a lot of these like magazines and newspapers and shit, they shot themselves in the face when they decided to go after PewDiePie, all super slanderous. Like I wouldn't be able to trust any of these motherfuckers, honestly.
If anything, I think that's what, like, in H3H3 put it, Ethan put that way too. I was saying, like, it might be a possibility that because the PewDiePie thing didn't blow, or it kind of backfired, it's like, oh, we need to do damage control. So I don't see why then it's like, oh, let's attack even more. So now, before you're only attacking one person, now you're coming at the entire community. Like, I feel like I'm not really concerned, honestly. Like,
I feel like that's a dragon
like,
you can't really slay, buddy. Like,
yeah,
I feel
like the Wall Street Journal is Japan dropping a nuke on America, which in this case is YouTube. Like, I feel like you're waking up a sleeping giant. Like YouTube, like, see, you know, it's kind of like we're gonna go back to the classic Pixar movies. We go back to Bug's Life, right? You remember Hopper, how he took the
oh
nut,
yeah,
he's like, yeah, he's like, look at this nut, it's nothing. It's like we have to keep reminding them that they're just individuals,
that they're
but
nothing,
then he opened
yeah.
up, but he opened up the whole hatch, and then they all came and attacked. So it's like, yeah, it's like you have to be strategic in the way that you antagonize people. In fact, I got the same impression when I'm watching The Walking Dead and Negan. Like Negan, he's like super asshole-ish dictator, but he finds this balance though, where he doesn't totally like he has this level, he has this kind of like this weird sense of like fairness and balance, so to speak, that he like uses. And so when there feels like there's some order, like there's some like cause and effect to things, you know, it's almost like psychological submission. But like if Negan just murdered everybody, even the people that like obeyed him, then he would, and I mean he kind of is still kind of encouraging like rebellion, but he would definitely like, there's almost like this like Stockholm syndrome effect when you kind of give these people this sense of like, despite all the fuck shit you do, you kind of care. So, and I feel like, and then even when those people know they don't really care, there is that false illusion, kind of like how you might wake up some days and forget that racism exists because it's not being thrown in your face. It's like you do systematic racism, not blatant racism, so you kind of get away with it. But in this case,
you know, some days you're not being called a nigger to your face. Other days it's just like, oh, there's a black guy walking in my store, better follow him around. Like, you know,
right?
Racism's still alive. They just be concealing it, bro.
So in this case, it's one thing. I mean, we know that the corporations don't care about the creators, but they like to pretend that they do. And we kind of let this kind of false illusion go by or whatever. But now when you're just blatantly attacking and then like not even pretending anymore, just blatantly, now all these people that you didn't have up your ass are now up your ass. Now it's just like, well, now you got some shit to deal with. So that's the way I feel like it's the point that it is now, to where, you know, I feel like you're getting away with, you know, just okay, let's just take jabs at PewDiePie. You know, this big YouTuber. He's not like, it's like, oh, he's a big YouTuber. But then when you start to like do something that affects the entire community, now you got a whole mob coming at your ass. So yes, all these individual creators may seem small. You may think these people can't do anything to me because they're just individual creators. But yeah, cumulatively, it makes an impact. You know, so I definitely, in fact, if anything, as ironic as it seems, I actually look forward to whatever is going to happen, because I feel like it's going to be,
you know what,
a very revolutionary type thing.
I do too. That's why I definitely, that's why I was super excited to talk about the podcast today, because I was just like, yo, now is the time. Like this is such like a fucking limbo type of space right now, because nobody knows what's gonna happen to YouTube. Nobody knows what's gonna, you know, if it's gonna continue or stuff. Like obviously YouTube's gonna continue because it's just too fucking big. And not only that, like giant corporations are still attached to it. You still have like Jimmy Fallon, Ellen DeGeneres, all these other, like, you know, they're still making money off of those videos and stuff. But I mean, as far as like the individual creators, because I was listening to Keemstar, who's a fucking cool ass dude. So anybody who talks shit about Keemstar, he's fucking awesome. Like he responds to so many people on Twitter. Like I was having a conversation with this nigga, and he was just cool as fuck. I was just like, why do people hate you? Like I don't understand.
No, it's
like,
one of those things. It's like, and I feel like I'm like a low tier version of this, nowhere near as like with him. But when the impression that I got when he was on the H3H3 podcast is that he kind of does it on purpose. Like his his brand is being an asshole and having people hate him,
bravo.
so.
Like, he is making it work. I could genuinely tell, like, you know, if it's a facade or not, but it's just like one of those things where, like, if you are an asshole, you're pretty cool.
It's not
if
a facade. It's one of those things. It's not a facade. It's like he is an asshole, really, but like instead of trying to fight against it, which he's still, I feel like, does fight against that stigma sometimes, he kind of embraces it and turns it up from 10 to 11. I mean, I kind of do that in the same way, and I've said this in countless videos in the past couple of days too, about like some aspects of me I feel like aren't as like overblown, but because it either gets me like popularity or hate, I kind of like put more emphasis on those aspects.
Oh, like how Dragon Ball GT is better than Super. Gotcha.
Yeah, like how like I may not feel like shitting on Dragon Ball Super every 5 seconds, but if I know it's gonna trigger somebody, I might shit on it more often than I normally would have. That's
just to see people get angry about it. Yeah, I feel you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that
So
too. Yeah,
that's kind of what he's doing. So, anyways, you were talking about Keemstar. You're watching Keemstar.
Yeah. I was listening to Keemstar talk about it, and he basically said how he's made the decision for Drama Alert in the team, you know, when they put out videos and stuff, they're no longer going to monetize for right now, because they would prefer that the ads go somewhere else, which I don't think that's how ads are distributed, but maybe he knows more than I do, which he probably does. But that they're not going to monetize because it hurts smaller channels. And smaller channels are basically the backbone of YouTube. Like they're the people that are getting bigger, and like they're gonna shape and influence the next version of YouTubers. And I'm like, that's very interesting that he thinks that way, and that he was basically saying how smaller YouTubers, you kind of have to like either pick up a job or like, you know, that are just like making just enough money off of AdSense, if that makes any sense, like just enough money to like live, and now their AdSense is basically being cut because there are less ads to go around. And I mean,
if that's happening, I haven't seen it happen to me, so I don't know where this information is coming from, but
I think it's listen, I mean, it came from Keemstar, so I'm sure maybe he's done the research, maybe he hasn't, whatever.
Keemstar never does research.
Hey, listen, I don't know, man. He seems to, he did it on a 2-hour live stream because he was streaming one time.
I mean, Phil DeFranco kind of referenced it a little bit too, but like it doesn't sound like something that's already taking effect. It just sounds like something that might happen in the future if it continues happening.
Whatever it is, I feel like I'm in a very prime position, like creators like me who are already like, you know, like they're just struggling just to like make it to small YouTuber. I think this is a very good benefit for us because a lot of like bigger YouTubers who are not receiving as much money, they're going to be looking for outside avenues. They're going to be looking for, you know, how can I make more money on my videos, you know, shit like that. Meanwhile, the rest of us are just going to learn from the failures of everyone else. Like this week alone, I've just been like, well, since I've never had to worry about AdSense, let me just see what everybody else is doing. So a lot of creators are jumping to Patreon. A lot of creators are jumping to VidMe. Like I was surprised at how many people like VidMe spiked overnight. Like it was just so interesting. I'm like, because VidMe works on a donation system. So if you feel like you want to give a creator $1, you can just literally just put in your card number, give them $1. And it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's very interesting. And a lot of creators are trying to seek
like
outside.
Twitch. I feel like YouTube should have a more visible donate button because, you know, obviously YouTube has one, but you have to like, it's like, you know, hidden behind it.
Yeah, they're trying to, I think they're trying to work on
it should be like
for that.
It should be like next to the fucking subscribe button or something.
Yeah,
like
it should be like a little button that says donate or support or something. But they're trying to do that with Super Chat. But obviously with Super Chat, you have to have a certain number of subscribers, which is okay with me. Anytime there's a subscriber requirement that's nothing outlandish. Like the fact that I, for a while, I was saying, I was talking to Lucid about this the other day. I was like, man, I wish they would put more restrictions on YouTube. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you can't use YouTube Live on mobile unless you have 10,000 subscribers. And he was like, that kind of sucks. I was like, yeah, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't.
10,000 is a good like medium.
Yeah, 10,000 is not that bad. It's not like super fucking outrageous, but it's also like by the time you're at 10,000 subscribers, you're obviously taking this very seriously. So it's like at least you're like putting up videos on the regular. Like it basically conveys that you're doing more for your channel than the average person. So, you know, but whereas like 1,000 subscribers just to use Super Chat, it's like, that's not a big deal, but I feel like just to use live stream in general, you should have 1,000 subscribers because it's just like one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I feel like
I feel like most people won't even like attempt to live stream.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why I'm saying like the requirement should be higher. Like it just, I don't know. Probably because I'm an asshole and I know that I put in the work. and I just love to see people quit. So
I've experienced enough issues to where oh, that's your time about saying that people who suck at YouTube should just quit.
Yeah, people, especially people now, because it's like I was talking to Alex about this, and she didn't understand what was going on with YouTube, and I'm like, now basically is not a good time to start YouTube unless you're going to be committed to doing it. Like, there's no way
you have to understand
right now
though.
is just going
but
to
here,
like,
let me correct something that you're a certain stigma that you're going by is that you assume that everybody on YouTube is trying to be this consistent creator. Like YouTube didn't
well, maybe not
like start out.
You know.
YouTube didn't start out with the intention of being this big like business type thing. It was originally just conceived to just be this place for just the average person to just upload shit. You know, it used to be just traditional like people uploading their cat videos. And like I remember I saw this comment on a trending video the other day that I found was really interesting. And it was just a video, just a random user uploading a video of like his turtle pushing a ball or some shit. Did you see that shit? It was on the trending page.
I think I did. I might have. I don't remember. A turtle.
But I
probably would have forgotten.
Yeah. I saw this comment and it was just like, oh man, it feels good to see a video of just an average creator uploading a normal video and not a fucking sports ad or a trailer or a fucking paid endorsement. Like, because it feels like YouTube has been monopolized and now it's not about the creator anymore. Now all the corporations have moved in. It's just a second version of television and shit. And so that's kind of like, and that kind of undermines what YouTube was originally for, was for the average person. And so if you add these extra restrictions for people who aren't just trying to be a YouTuber who uploads consistently, and it's just the average person just trying to upload every once in a while, you know, once a week, once a month, or even once every few months, not trying to be consistent or anything like that.
Take that shit to Disney. I ain't got time for that.
Well, no, I mean, that's what YouTube is for.
You're taking up server space.
So there's infinite server space, so there's no space to be taken up.
Listen, bro, the cloud is never infinite.
That's why I'm the opposite. I feel like YouTube should have no locked features. In fact, I'm glad like it used to be way more strict. Like you needed to be part of a network to have custom thumbnails and shit like that. Like I feel like there should be no, and I kind of feel like there really isn't that many anymore. But I don't think there should be any restrictions on anything, and there should be no subscriber requirement. I understand the thing about like you can't email a representative for like help unless you have, I think, 10,000 subs or something like that. Because if you're someone who doesn't upload that consistently on YouTube, you probably don't care about that shit anyways. It's mainly for people, and you don't want to get.
You're not really worried about it.
You don't want to get spam with requests. If just anybody could get to it, they wouldn't get to anybody. So that's more of like that's like a necessity. You can't really help that one. So I can understand that aspect of it. So, but I mean, I kind of feel like the same way about YouTube's this thing that it's going through as the same way about like when I got like community guideline strikes on my channel, even though they were false, I felt like it was a necessary evil. It was something that had to happen because if it didn't happen now, it would happen eventually. And I feel like with YouTube, this is the same way. Like this guy is maybe the first person to do something like this on the Wall Street Journal, but it's kind of like when you break a bone and it grows back stronger. Whatever ends up the outcome, I'm gonna assume that YouTube or whatever, for better or worse, that will be immune to this same type of issue in the future. And obviously there'll be new issues later on. And once again, I can't believe he said something that was so quotable, but I like to reference back to what Rencho said about how things like, I know that's a weird sentence, that something like YouTube is still in its early stages. And so we're going through all these different beta changes and shifts and everything like that. But it's one of those things to where, like it's still in its early stages, so it's like all the stuff that's happening now is going to be marked as history. Like especially when I take my media society class, and there's like all this like history about the ups and downs of radio and television and shit. And YouTube is going to be another category of that somewhere down the line. And so this is history in the making. I don't think a lot of people seem to realize that, and so we're a part of that, for better or worse. And it's kind of one of those things. Have like a museum of YouTube and PewDiePie. No, I mean there's not going to be. I mean, well, there's probably museums for fuck shit all over the place already, but no, I'm not talking about museums because who the fuck goes to museums? I'm just talking about. There's probably going to be, which there probably already is stuff on this, but there's probably going to be a class like that talks about media and society over the years, and there's probably going to be like a textbook somewhere where they're going to be like H3 exposed to Wall Street Journal or something like. I totally think that's going to be a thing. Like no joke. Like I can totally see something like that happening. Right. So.
Yeah, it's living a piece of history here. So I mean, it's
kind of like when so now it's like,
oh man, I can't wait to read the Zoe Berger chapter. Oh, that'll be lit.
Yeah, that's stupid. The big booty, the Instaho chapter.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah. That's gonna be my favorite arc in all of anime. Right next to the Afro Senju one.
You're gonna look on the school syllabus. They're gonna have an Insta-Ho category and shit. It's gonna be a midterms study guide section.
Oh my god.
But yeah, but I mean, like, and it might happen again, but kind of like how like I found a way to, and it's one of those things. I mean, in a better world, you would want things to kind of shift in your favor, but it's all really about adapting and just MacGyvering yourself to the new environment. So I've had to kind of shift, and someone said, I think it was DigiBro, and he put it pretty accurately when he's like, he's like now it's like people have kind of like YouTube isn't really this free site of expression because there's all these restrictions, limitations, and so really a lot of YouTube is people formatting their content to fit the narrative that YouTube wants, so to speak. That kind of impairs free will and whatever. But I mean, yeah, I mean that's just how things are. That's what you have to do, and I feel like that's what I've been doing, and that's what just YouTube as a whole will become. Is that like you have to make these adjustments. Like there has to be a way to talk about anime and talk about these things without getting copyright or community guideline restrictions or whatnot. And I feel like I'm one of the pioneers for finding ways around those things, and I'm still learning and still evolving myself as well. Kind of like what I did with that Attack on Titan live reaction. I kind of don't just do that because I want to just, I want to be the only person with like a whole straight up live reaction, but kind of because it's almost like a learning experience. It's like I'm putting my own channel on the line as a kind of like beta test experiment so that this can be something
you have definitely helped me figure out like I think it was you, and then Afro did it a couple of times for like the Naruto versus Sasuke fight or whatever.
Yeah, Afro does it differently. He does it more safely than I do. He kind of just shows the timer on the video count and then just watches just with his face cam.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually show any of it at all. But I actually dare to show clips and even include the original audio. Obviously, there are risks with that, but I think I'm honing that craft and getting better at it and diminishing the risk with every time I do it. I still do it seldomly because if I did it all the time,
somebody has to bend the rules, because otherwise, how would you know what you can and can't do?
Yeah, somebody has to push the limit and draw that line. Somebody has to be that sacrifice, so to speak. Like I sometimes get irritated, and I'm like, and once again, I realize that everybody doesn't watch my channel, so people don't know this. But I get irritated when you get someone like DigiBro, how he talks about how it's hard for him to make anime videos on his channel because he has to, if he wants to edit in clips or whatever, he has to deal with all this copyright. And I'm like, I feel like with someone like him, and something I also have to remind myself, Jay, is that just because these people have more subs doesn't mean they've been making more videos than me or as many videos as me and have the same levels of experience that I do. Because a lot of these mistakes that they're making, it's just like, this is old information. Like there are workarounds that have been in place for this for a long time now. Like for me, I've made enough videos where it's like, I can upload any anime-related video that I want. You just need to obviously break up the clips to a certain degree. That's one aspect of it. And then the other thing, who's saying that for you to make an anime analysis video, it has to have clips of the anime the entire time? Why don't you just talk on the camera and then just do it that way? I don't see why you have to have
because some people are scared to show their face because it's like,
I mean, DigiBro shows his face all the time, so I don't get what his excuse is.
Oh no, I mean like people other than that, because I've seen DigiBro's that nigga.
I think one of the things is that he doesn't edit his own videos, so maybe it would be harder for his editor or whatever. But I mean, you just gotta get with the times. You just gotta figure it out,
bro.
But like,
better start editing videos.
One of the things about it though is that like with someone like with DigiBro. Like you can, and like I do this sometimes too. Like you don't have to have clips the whole time. Just show clips that's relevant to the part that you're you're talking about. Just show, like I do that sometimes, like in a Dragon Ball Super review. Just show a 5-second, 10-second clip of something, and then just talk to the camera or whatever, or do as a lot of other YouTubers do. Just show still frames for the majority of it, and then show a clip when it's.
That's what I did for that Spider-Man video. Because I got tired of Marvel hitting me with these fucking copyright claims and shit. And I was like, nigga, come on.
Yeah, and then just show full clips when it's absolutely necessary. There's no way you could try to say that it's absolutely necessary for you to show full clips the entire fucking video. I've never seen a video where I felt that showing clips was necessary the whole time. Especially with shit like DigiBro. I don't even have to know what the fuck he's talking about anyway, so. But yeah, that's what I feel.
I appreciate that.
I mean, you get people. Yeah, right. Giga does it kind of in a way that I do, where he like obviously like show the clips in a certain way that is so transformative that it can't even be ID'd as the original source,
yeah,
or whatnot. Like by kind of messing between frames, zooming in, zooming out, adding extra assets onto the screen and things like that. You know, just like playing with the frames.
Yeah, cutting a few frames out.
Cutting
only using like when characters are supposed to be talking, just use still frames between their mouth being open and their mouth being
just
closed.
Adjust the speeds of certain clips. But with Digibro's videos, he just takes raw clips and just throws them over his commentary. Oh, well, what the fuck do you expect to happen when you do shit like that?
Yeah.
So even when I'm showing a scene, I'll actually break up the scene so that it jumps around even within that scene for like the sake of diversity. So it's just, but once again, he doesn't even edit his own videos, so he can't really. And that's one of those things where when you don't even do your own work, how can you adapt when the person editing there's that like that gap in like evolution and communication when you have when now not only are you like it's hard enough trying to figure these things out on your own, but now you have this other source that you have to communicate with as well. So yeah, that's going to make things more difficult when you do things like that. So, yeah. So did you see that Attack on Titan episode though, Jay?
Yes, I fucking did.
How'd you think about it?
Well, I watched it with two friends, and they were kind of.
Hold on, no, Cal. The Gashi Kashi. That's where you draw the line right there. The Gashi Kashi is the fucking that's the taboo anime.
I was gonna say that's the unspoken anime, right? Nobody ever talks about it.
In fact, I didn't even. It's anime that he should not be named. I'm not even gonna say that name anymore because if fucking Shibi can get a copyright claim for walking out his front porch or just talking about it without showing any clips, then that's one of those. And that's another thing too. There's some anime I don't even mess with because I feel like I'll test the waters a little bit, and if that content feels like they're too aggressive, then I'm not even gonna fucking mess with that shit. Like, because some anime, they are aggressive as fuck for no ass reason. Like some anime like Dragon Ball Super and like Kobayashi, and Kobayashi is like a smaller anime, so obviously that one's not gonna be as like critical. But Dragon Ball Super, and I don't know if this is like one day they just decided, you know what, let's just not give a fuck, and then they just decided to like be really loose, because I've seen people upload entire clips of fucking. Oh man,
they have weekly live streams on some people. Some people live stream the entire episode every Saturday, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is how is this allowed? Like
when I see shit like that, I'm like, okay, well, Dragon Ball Super is a little bit more is a little bit more.
That's because they want it to be popular really bad. That's what it is.
I would definitely believe that. Like that's a thing.
Putting up Naruto clips is like dealing with fucking Nintendo. It's like
Naruto on the other hand. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, surprisingly they're strict about Naruto. I just don't fucking get that. They're so strict they cut out game cutscenes. Like, bro, are you serious?
Right. Like, but Naruto on the other hand, they're different. They're because like I still remember when I made that Naruto parody video. And it got fucking it got like blocked for like
they slammed your booty hole with that one. They were like,
I did.
They like brought up old videos and shit. They're like an ex. They were like a girlfriend bringing up all your exes and shit, like for no fucking reason. Like,
but yeah, I even saw Gigant's video get like taken down temporarily, but he got it back up way faster than I did. So, but still, like everybody got affected by that. But and then I could have made the video. I could have like used less. Like I could have like.
I think you used the necessary amount. I personally liked your video, so I was just like, everything that you used in there was completely necessary.
It was one of those things though that
except for the part where you were like, where Sasuke was on top of the nine-tailed fox. He was like, "Put it in slowly, Naruto." I was like, he could have cut that out. That didn't belong in there.
But like, it's one of those things to where because the fact that like it didn't get taken down for like ID like automatic ID, like there was somebody manually going through and like looking for clips, because I think it was because I put it out in parallel with when the episode came out. Like I think like within the same week I put out that video, so that's probably the main reason for that. Because like if someone made a clip on it now, I feel like it wouldn't get as much, like it wouldn't be so aggressive. It's like they actually have like, I feel like people like looking for these videos and being more aggressive on that type of thing. But then when it dies down, then a bunch of people can make videos on it, and then there's not really anybody looking for the stuff anymore. So that's kind of the other thing. That's why I think like it's smart for like someone like what Giguk does a lot is that he actually will he'll actually wait a little bit before making the video, just so that
which is perfectly okay. And then instead of trying to make the excuse like, oh, I'm gonna wait a bit in case of, you know, copyright shit, he's just like, no, these take a long time to script and stuff like that. Like, he has the perfect excuse. He's just like,
I mean, they kind of do too. Like whenever he
it.
makes like one of those videos, like whenever I see him make a like when he made that Attack on Titan in 9 minutes or less, I'm like, oh, this video is getting millions of views. Like, you know, and I do this sometimes too. Obviously not on the scale of a gig, but I love when I make that video and I just know it's getting a lot of views. I don't know how many, but I know it's gonna at least get like, I don't know, like 10,000 views or something like that. Like, and it's weird is that like even though when I make those videos,
that's a thrilling feeling. I love that feeling.
Yeah, even when I make those videos and I know that they're gonna get the amount that they get, there's still that like that thing is like, well, how come I can't just think of this all the time? Like, make these videos all the time, like just throw them out. Like, whenever I make it, I know it's gonna get a lot of views, but I can just make them all the time. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's not that I can't or that it's more like that I won't. Like, there's certain videos that I want to make that I know won't get as many views as that, but I want to make those videos. So once again, and that's when I decided, I need to find the balance, so to speak, because like when I make a Mass Effect video, I know it's not going to get 10,000 views, but like I don't want to make a bunch of fucking mod videos all day and nothing else. So I have to just choose to do that. And that's why I was like, let me just be consistent with it. Let me just upload both, you know, so.
I mean, it's easier to diverse your, you know, content, so more people give a shit. It's easier. Like, I think having a broader paintbrush, if I can say, like, kind of hits more people than to just have that niche, like, oh, Naruto, Xenoverse, fucking mods and shit like that. And I was having a conversation with somebody today about that, and he was just like,
oh yeah, there were dinosaurs in that opening of Attack on Titan. That was weird.
Yeah, I thought that was strange. Now,
I just thought it was like symbolic or something. I don't know. Oh, also, I'm like, it's kind of like, I need to maybe see if it turns off, because like when I turn on like I have like notifications and shit, and I get these fucking like, so like it's hard to avoid spoilers when they're literally like,
oh, I got it spoiled today. I got spoiled, but it wasn't like one of those ones where I was just like, what the fuck? Like I got spoiled because I asked for it, because I was holding a conversation with a buddy of mine, and I was just like, oh, so tell me, you know, what I missed in the rest of the Attack on Titan in the first season. And he was like, you never saw it? I was like, no, I saw up until where Eren became a Titan, they put him on trial, and then I stopped watching there. I really stopped giving a fuck when Eren turned into a Titan in the first place. And then so he explained to me everything behind that, and I was just like, oh, wow, that does make...
I would definitely not want that level of spoiler. Like it's like one of those things. Like I know that there's answers to a bunch of big questions, but I would like some of those I want to find out myself.
Man,
and then even when I do get like semi spoiled, I do the Finding Nemo effect, the Dory effect, and I just forget. I'm just in denial. Like maybe that is a spoiler, or maybe it's not. You know, so that's how I look at it.
I was like, I don't care, because, you know, it's an anime that I'm not really, like, giving too much of a shit about. But it actually made me care a little bit more about the story. I was just like, oh, maybe I do want to watch this anime. Like, you know.
I don't know what gets everybody else to be hyped and watch Attack on Titan, but the main driving factor for me that gets me looking forward to each episode is the suspense, is the plot twist, is finding out new things. Like, sure, seeing something that you've already read in a manga in action is great and everything, too. But
speaking of plot twists, there's one that I was told today regarding one of the characters.
Don't even tell me you got plot twists with because I know.
He told me this plot twist of one character that
nigga, shut the fuck up. Do I need to mute? I don't give a fuck. Do I need to mute you, bitch? I know enough information to where even talking in like fucking like, oh, I know this thing, that thing, I will piece it together in my mind.
I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna be super vague. This one character does this one thing, and this one thing happens. Bro, you were when you see it, you're gonna be like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
No level of vagueness is enough, because I know enough.
It was like the mind fuck that it gave me was like on some ReZero shit. Like it was that significant. Like
once again, I don't even. Okay, this conversation's over. I don't even want to talk about it because like listen, it's one of those. It's a curse and a blessing. I'm a very perceptive person. I can find like one thing that I've sometimes doing when it's
just by me giving you a clue, you'll see something by accident and you'll automatically
I'll be like so I'm like trying to fight. I'm like trying to like ignore like remember the details you say, because it may not even be now. I may like subconsciously remember something you said, and then like in the middle of watching an episode, I'll just like figure some shit out, and I definitely don't want to fucking do that.
Oh, so no, like it's one of those things where it's like it's so deep in the manga that it's just like it won't show up for a while.
When I was watching Walking Dead, I was like, let me say this out loud, so if it happens, I can say that I said it out loud. Because there's so many times when I think of something, but like I don't say it out loud, and then it's just like, oh, I was thinking that, and then my dad's like, no, you weren't. You're just saying that now because it happened. I'm like, no, I was thinking that, God damn it. And then it's like, oh, you didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything.
So like we were watching spoilers for Walking Dead for the people who didn't watch the latest episode. But one of the things that happened is like this guy that was working for Negan, he like went to their like camp and he's like, I want to help you guys stop him, whatever. And then I was just like, but Negan had already expressed that he's kind of suspecting that they're planning something and that he had a plan or whatever. And so I'm like, no, this is all trap. This is all trick. So I didn't really think that, but I had a slight inkling, like something in the back of my head was telling me that. So I said it out loud so that if it happened, I could say it. Like my dad would hear me say it. So I said it out loud, and then it ended up being exactly what happened. Is it was all a ruse. All these people who were pretending to betray Negan. It was all a ruse. Yeah, all the people that were pretending to betray Negan were all actually working for him, and they were sleeper agents sent in to betray the other people and fucking and all that shit. So yeah, so I my intuition paid off in that case. So yeah, that shit happens, and so I'd rather not have to deal with that.
All right, well, so let's talk about the first episode of Attack on Titan season 2 without any later spoilers. I thought it was dope. I thought it was cool. I'm not a huge fan of Attack on Titan. Like I said, I only watched the first 5, 6, maybe 7 episodes of season 1, and I was just like, yeah, this is cool, I guess. But season 2, it was just like, I am very interested to know more about the Titan in the wall or whatever. I'm very interested in that, so I want to know more.
Yeah. And it's just like, I love that, like, and, you know, I did the same thing with Game of Thrones, except unintentionally. It's just that before I watched Game of Thrones, like, I didn't actually start watching Game of Thrones until it was on its, like, 3rd or 4th season. So, like, stuff like The Red Wedding, I had heard nothing about until I watched it, so I was so fucking thrown off by that shit. But it's like, I wouldn't get spoiled by that because I wasn't looking for it, so I wouldn't even know it if I heard it. But, like, I wouldn't even know what the characters are they're talking about or anything. But with Attack on Titan, like, there's all these mysteries, and it's just like, it's like you don't get this feeling because usually, you know, everybody spoils the shit out of everything. And I'm going to do my best job, and it's like one of the prices that I have to pay is just not to really read the comments because I've done such a good job of not being spoiled of Attack on Titan all these years. I'm not going to let that change, or I'm not going to fuck that up now. But one of the things that's about it that's interesting is that, like, yeah, there's so many things. It's like, holy shit, like there's so many questions, and I can't think of even in my wildest dreams of it, like of an explanation for a lot of it. So, and I love that feeling because especially with an anime, and I don't get the people that
I got you.
Now, okay, for the people that read the manga and they then they enjoy like reading the manga first and then watching the anime. That's fine. That's good for them. But I don't get what is the point? Like, what is the driving factor? Like, what is it that makes you want to tell other people the spoilers? I don't see the point of that. Like, there's either one or two scenarios.
Probably because you want to tell somebody as soon as possible so they get as excited as you are. Because you're waiting for it to happen in the anime because somebody's not reading the manga.
But that doesn't get me excited. That gets me pissed off, so I don't see that.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, is the person who wants to do the telling wants you to be excited, but they're just like, fuck, like, you know.
But really, you're all excited by telling you, but really, they are excited by telling you,
you know what,
you're pissing them off. So.
By finding out the spoilers of Attack on Titan, I'm actually going to watch it.
But you're somebody who needed to be sold on the anime and didn't want to watch it because you didn't have any suspense. I already want to watch the fucking show, and I want to find out these things. So these people, like I said, there's one of two scenarios. Either the person wants to know the spoilers, in which case they've already looked them up, so you don't need to fucking tell them, or they don't want to tell them, which you don't need to fucking tell them. So either way, you don't need to fucking write spoilers in the comments. Like, I don't understand. It's like, it'd be one thing if you want to have a spoiler conversation, like a dialogue between two people. But no, people don't come in and be like, oh man, I want to have this conversation. They just want to just drop spoilers in the comments. I don't get the like psychology behind that. So, but whatever. I mean, once again, it's like, I don't have to understand it. I'm just not going to participate in it. So if I don't read any comments, I'm sorry guys. I want to hear what you have to say, but I don't want to get fucking spoiled. And I know that there's those assholes who do that shit. So it's just a price that has to be paid, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. So, I mean, I'm not really worried about it anymore. I wish somebody would spoil the end of Dragon Ball Super for me. That would be dope, so I don't have to watch the rest of this fucking bullshit. That would be great. I would love that. I would appreciate that. Thank you. But, you know, hopefully there's a nigger Super Saiyan God. That'd be dope. Oh, man, that'd be a change of pace. So, yeah, we're just going to make a really powerful black character. So it's like, with big lips? No. With regular size lips. I don't believe you. So
I believe you. Lie. Hack. Show me the Carfax.
Fucking liar. There's no such thing. Regular lipped character that's a nigger? No, I don't believe you. So, you know what? Another thing I wanted to talk about, let's talk about this rice gum situation.
What rice gum situation?
Because you know, with the basically, you remember how we were talking about
with the Gabby chick or whatever.
Yeah, with the Gabby thing.
Oh my god, that already feels relevant to me. Like
that's what I wanted to talk about. Was like, how long does YouTube drama really how long would you really want YouTube drama to be relevant? Like, is that something that interests people that much? That is just like, oh man, YouTube drama for 15 minutes.
This is how it is. Is that YouTube drama lasts I feel like just like normal drama, it lasts as long as it is in terms of like in level of how. In a level of importance or whatever. So what I mean by that is that if it's like something like, for example, like this whole thing with Wall Street Journal or whatever, that's like big information. But when something like, oh, this guy, like all the information has been laid out. I feel like we've heard all. It's like that one thing about the leggings on the plane shit. Like when you actually found out what the information was behind that, I'm like, why is this even a story? This is fucking stupid. Like we like
right.
This shit like there's no controversy. There's no there all the facts weren't there. Now we have all the facts. This doesn't need to be. We don't need to say, oh, okay, well that all makes sense. We don't need to talk about this anymore. Like that's how I feel. So in the same way with this rice gum situation is that like okay, so he took the bitch's phone and he threw it, and then he admitted that throwing the phone was wrong. He reimbursed her for it, and he didn't hit her. Even she says he didn't hit her. So the only thing that he did was take her phone and throw it, and he admitted to doing that. So that conversation should be over after that. I don't know why this is still a thing afterwards. So
I'm just wondering.
That's why
I just bring it up because I wonder how long YouTube drama actually lasts and if it's pretty significant. Because sometimes it really is, and sometimes it's not. Because Rice Gum really got popping off it because I didn't know who Rice Gum was until I don't know. He was like, I don't know. He got into it with some guy who was like, I think it was that Fousey Tube situation. He had like fake punched Fousey Tube or whatever. And I didn't.
Yeah, but that was something they were doing together.
Yeah, I didn't know who Fousey Tube was either. And it's like, it's one of those things where neither of these guys were relevant to me, like, until such a thing happened. I'm like, who are these guys? Then it turns out they're all friends with Swoozy, and Swoozy was in on it too. And it's just like, what?
Like, no, I don't think without YouTube drama, Scarce will be out of business because they literally will create drama out of stuff that isn't drama. Like, there will be like some guys like every time it's like, oh my god, guys, KSI deleted all of his videos. Like okay, I mean, like I don't see how that's drama, but okay, like shit like that. So
they'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, I feel like YouTube as a whole kind of just has like its dips, dives, and it's kind of like high school almost, where you see the people that hang out with each other and you see the ones that don't, and they're like all clicked up and shit, and it's just like.
It's not even like
you see some people that just don't fuck with each other.
It's just the human factor. It's just that in any field, in any medium, wherever you go, it's just that people will be people, and so it's not a YouTube thing. It's like it's in YouTube, it's in show business, it's in Hollywood, it's everywhere. It's just there's gonna be drama between people because that's just what humans do. That's just how things are. So, yeah.
I mean, as long as the booty stays delicious, that's all I care about. All right. Completely irrelevant, yes. But as long as the booty stays relevant.
Booty is always relevant.
Yeah, so. And I bring up Gabby because I found a new YouTube wife that I was just like, all right, now that I have to drop Gabby because she's out here lying about who's hitting her. I had to drop her from the roster, dude. I felt bad because I was just like, I really like this chick too. Like,
you should at least give her a sexy lady of the week to send her off or something. If she even has enough of those online to even make
no, I gotta see. There's no booty pictures, so I'd have to like Photoshop something, which kind of sucks.
See, I feel like even the most like honorable, respectable of women, they still gotta have a few booty pics up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, maybe in honor of her, I'll put up Amanda Cerny for 2 weeks. How about that?
Literally everybody. Like, even I can find a picture of Raina Scully's ass on the internet. Like, that's just a thing. Like, so I feel like. Right, I mean, but it's just that's one of the things. It's like it has to be there. Like you as a woman, like unless you're fucking a lesbian or you're not sexually find yourself sexually attractive, like if you're just like a fat fuck or something, then I can understand. But when you're a bomb ass chick and you just keep that shit from the world.
I think one
like,
person who should probably hide forever is Anna Akana because I'm tired of seeing her feminist tweets. Just like
Anna Akana's gonna start growing
angry. I feel like tweets. Like I can stand feminist tweets.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with feminism. I'm perfectly fine with social justice. But social justice warriors, on the other hand, like she's one of those people where like she will like like you said, she's like on a crusade or some shit. Like
right.
She's like that one chick then that Donald Trump rally be like, there will be casualties. Like, bitch, what?
Like, why does there need to, who's dying?
I'm just waiting. It's gonna happen eventually. One day Anna's gonna say something that's gonna spark up some drama alert shit, and then I'm gonna finally hear Philip DeFranco's opinion of Anna Akana. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, that would be nice. I would love to hear that. I don't know why that excites me, but it does. For all the wrong reasons. It's just like, Phil, so what do you think of Anna Akana? What? Huh? like just to hear him like talk about it, because I find it so interesting when he gives his like 2 cents on just other creators on the platform.
I feel like he has a lot of opinions that like you wouldn't really like. He has them, but he's just like he doesn't give them unless asked. So I feel like it would be really interesting to hear his opinion on that.
It's like it's like when your dad withholds advice or information. It's just like, but you never asked me. Like
he does this shit all the time. It's so annoying.
Yeah, that shit is fucking hilarious, man. I'm just, I don't know. I'm at my wit's end with Anna Akana. I had to unfollow her on Twitter today. Like, I was just like, I can't do this. Like, at first
I hadn't even been following her on Twitter. Just hearing you like what you were saying, and then I like just randomly looked on her, like you were reading her tweets, and I didn't think they were real. And then
they were like you thought they were like parody tweets or whatever. And you were like, are these real? Yeah. Like yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even jokingly. Like I thought they were legitimately like fake. I was just like, or like that they're just like funny, making fun of her or something. And then when you told me these were actual tweets, like I was fucking like confused out of my mind. I'm like, what the fuck, dead ass? Like what the fuck? Like,
dead ass beat?
Yeah, like that shit was appalling to me.
Man, I need context. Maybe in a conversation it's just like, oh, by the way, all these you know, like basically men hating tweets or whatever are just, you know, they're just jokes. Like if she told me that they're just jokes, I'd still be like, why would you joke about this? This isn't funny. Like,
I mean, it's one of those things. If it was like overtly, like obviously a joke, but like that's actually the sad part, though, that it could be written off as a joke, but it's not.
I have to question it. The fact that I have to question it kind of bothers me.
But I was gonna say I have to turn off Twitter notifications for Celestia Vega because they were amusing at first, and now it's just like, oh my god, I can't take this anymore. Like I can't open my phone every other time, and it's just like, eat my pussy. Like goddamn, bitch. Like holy shit. Like, calm down.
Like, do you want to just talk about the weather? Like, why everything got to be like dick and pussy? Like I don't.
Yeah, like she's relentless. Like people if people think I talk about big booty bitches too much, oh my god, go to Celestia Vega. She's a female version of me times 10 Kyle Kitten. Like holy fuck, man.
Bruh, she's too much. She's doing too much. She's a Super Saiyan Blue, bro. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. And I just from all the fucking crazy shit that's going on, I had to go on my other Twitter because obviously, you know, like it's for a specific reason. Like that's where I keep all the porn and stuff. And I noticed that Swoozy had followed me on that account. I was like, what? Oh
yes, Cousin Joint. She does have a nice booty. Okay, continue. Swoozy, what?
Yeah, Swoozy ended up following me, and I was like, what?
On what?
On Twitter. And I was like, that's a little straight, but not on my regular account, which I thought was weird.
Did you like do something that you feel like would warrant that, or just happen randomly?
I did make a picture of a girl he may or may not know, and then he.
Oh my god!
He liked the picture.
That's even crazier.
He liked the picture and then I just started following me, and I was just like,
"Oh, you're gonna have to share." I'm gonna have to see a picture of that later. That's crazy,
man. And I was just like, I was just so confused. I was baffled. I
was just like,
I was like, do I send this to Keemstar? What do I do? Like, it's just like, because I didn't want to expose myself. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna catch so much hatred for this. Like, let me just delete it.
Nobody knows who you are. They forget. Like, if anything, listen, any publicity is good publicity when you have no publicity. So
I don't know. Anna Akana is my next target though, because I feel like any good, like, the way to bring down a feminist is to just make her look ridiculous, and I feel like this is literally the most ridiculous way to make her look ridiculous.
I wouldn't say if I had your talent, because I feel like I could do it if I wanted to. I just have no urge to. But I feel like, man, if I was doing that, I would be like, I'd be trying to become fucking. I'd be trying to become hood.
You got a whole separate Patreon now, like I was surprised at how many people would pay me for this.
Yeah. There's a lot of very lucrative Patreons and shit like that. I follow a few of those, but no, I mean I already be like telling people, yeah, man, I'd be telling people like, oh yeah, I got the Overwatch. Follow me on Pornhub. I got those Overwatch videos on there. You know, like.
Those shits got like 3 million views and shit. I'm like, god damn. Like,
I still have, like legitimately, it's kind of like with the Four Heavenly Kings channel. It's like my Pornhub account is like another one of my channels that I just need to upload on, because I feel like there's a bunch of clips that are on my computer that are taking up hard drive space that I want to delete, but I don't want to delete them until I've made them into a video, kind of so like it's stored somewhere, because like I want to keep these clips, but I don't want them taking up this hard drive space on my computer. They're all kind of just sitting there, but I don't want to get rid of them.
Buy another hard drive.
it took a
That's
while
what I
to
did.
accumulate all that stuff.
I had to dedicate a whole hard drive just to porno. I was just like, this is the way.
I mean, I feel like just giving myself a couple hours out of a day to just store it somewhere online is better. So. Oh yeah, and so after some deep thought, well, it wasn't that deep thought, but it was more like thoughts of my dick. But I decided to keep my Pornhub Premium subscription. I didn't cancel it.
Wow, how are you supposed to be a broke nigger Jew when you're paying for Pornhub Premium?
I haven't been a broke nigger Jew for a while now, but I mean, it's one of those things that you actually said that convinced me, where you were just like, "There's so much porn, there's always more." And then I forgot when we had that conversation. It was like, just give some stuff a chance, because what I would usually do is just I would just thumb through the screenshots and be like, "No, I don't want to watch this." But now I was like, let me just click on it. And if I don't like it, I'll just find something else, or I'll just find something while this is playing. And then I would find a lot of stuff. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty dope, more dope than I thought. So there's that a lot. And also well, I don't know if the trial's over yet. It probably is. I still have that premium Spotify membership, in which it's one of those things to where I don't think that I like. Now it's not even that because before, my whole reason why I wasn't going to get a Spotify premium membership was that I don't use Spotify enough, or I feel like it warranted membership. But now it's not even that I feel like I have a Spotify premium membership because of how much I use it, but more like when I do use it, it's just like I can use it at my leisure. Like I can use it the way I want to use it.
Yeah, just
it's one of those things where, man. Yeah, it's like
once you have it, you're like, wow, oh my god.
Right. Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, even though there's one thing to be told what you get when you pay for something, but then when you actually have it, and then to be told now you got to go back to what you were doing before. Now it's just like, oh fuck, like, because it was like, wow, this is I basically own every song in existence now. I can just pan through all this shit, fast forward, rewind, scroll through, whatever the fuck. And like, I mean, it was one of those things. You can obviously, you can do it. You can do all that shit on your
all for $11 a month.
Yeah, whatever. I think I did like the student, whatever the fuck. I don't remember.
Oh, you $6.99 bastard.
Actually, you know what? No, actually, I don't have. No, the free trial. I mean, the free trial is over. Actually, no, because when I did the free trial, I didn't even enter any information. It just automatically gave me the premium membership. So I probably have to go back and enter some information to get the trial permanent. So now that I think about it, but I definitely will. Next time I use Spotify.
It's worth it too, because I've been using it for a pretty long time now, and I don't think I could imagine like not having it, because there's just so much music at my disposal. Even like when I don't have signal or something, like when I go underground, like on the train or something, and like I have all that stuff already downloaded on my phone. Like it's just good to go. Like I have an entire fucking playlist of just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs. Like I don't have to worry about it anymore, which is fucking.
But yeah, causing joint. That's true. That is how they get you with the trial. In fact, I feel like a lot of services, they would probably sell me if they gave me a trial to just try it out. But since they don't, I just never really try it.
I can't think of anything that if there was a trial, I would like be interested in it.
I can't off the top of my head, but I know there's something, because like I know that there's been instances where I was just like, if this had a trial, I would buy this. But
Pornhub Premium was a really good example. Like with Pornhub Premium, I was just like, man, I would consider paying for this. But
and like, not only did I get the free trial, but then they had that time where like, every Valentine's Day where it's just fucking free. That was the main thing that got me. Well, it was like when they had the free day.
I think that means a lot. That you recognize a holiday where I'm just gonna sit at home and beat my dick. Like, good looking out, Pornhub. Like they knew it, and I think they also do St. Patrick's Day for like $1. You get the whole month.
It just shows how woke they are. Like I wish that fucking YouTube was like that, but
Man, nah, because that would. There's too much community guideline shit in the way.
That's one of the reasons, actually. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I feel like I need to be like open with like I talk about things like that on my channel, is because I feel like that's the gateway. Like once you're not so uncomfortable talking about like porn and hentai and all that stuff, then you can talk about everything, and then you're more conscious of everything, because I feel like that's the barrier. And so then when it comes to like, because then like you're watching a video and you're totally with it, and you're totally relating with what the person's saying, and then they get to those barriers where like, okay, they can't say this or they won't do this, and then like you kind of get pulled out of the immersion, and then you don't relate to that person as much anymore.
Yep.
And then it's just like, because they're trying to be politically correct to an extent, and like, I mean, you can go into a person's channel and accept like that's how this channel is, and you're not expecting anything like that. But I'm not trying to be on those channels. Like you have a channel and they're completely real, and then all of a sudden they hit that stop, they hit that like that bump in the road.
Yeah, that they won't talk about, and it's like, but you were just raw a second ago. I don't understand. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, so.
Kind of makes
and that's why that's one of the reasons why I put more emphasis on talking about those things, not because I feel like I feel the urge to talk about it so much or that it's that important, but it's that like, and also when I learned that I'm constantly getting new subscribers, constantly getting new people, I have to condition them. I have to get them to this like mindset of like, this is how I think, this is how I talk. So it's like now it's like once those things are out of the way, then the rest of it, you know, it's all golden. Like if I don't go all 110% for like a week, and then I suddenly all these people who are just watching Xenoverse mod videos are like, what the fuck, what's going on? What is this shit? So I got to keep it a constant reminder. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why it's consistently there. So I'm never catching anybody off guard. They instantly see that this is how things are the moment they get there. So that's why I do that.
Yeah, I was talking about that with I forgot who the fuck I was talking about it with, but I was like, yeah, my channel's a very interesting special channel at this point, where it's just like it's more about me than the content. Like I haven't made a gaming video in like 2 weeks, and I think it was Balls Deep who pointed it out. He's like, I actually like your channel better now that you're not doing gameplay, because it's just like we actually get to hear some real shit all the time, and it's just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So, you know, sometimes that shit is really appreciated. And my channel, like every other, maybe every single video, kind of just like gets people to really think about the money that they're spending and how they're acting and stuff. And like most of the people watching my channel are probably in between the age of like 13 to 25, maybe like 13 to 18, right around that, you know, like
I wouldn't even say 13. I would just say like maybe just like 18, 25.
Yeah, like somewhere in between late middle school all the way up into college. That is around the time of like, you know, people are watching my channel or whatever. And it's very interesting to me that all the lessons that I've learned and stuff, I can actually teach people, and like they're interested in listening. So
here's the thing, Jay, and I'm glad you found out this aspect to it, because there's other aspects too, but that is an important, crucial aspect of it. And what I mean by that is that that's in a perfect world, the kind of content you've been uploading the past couple of weeks is what all of YouTube should be all the time. But the problem with that is that, like, and I've said this before, is that no one's gonna search and find that video like by searching for it. So it's like, so what I mean by that is like, so like what it actually comes down to is like doing both. Like, and like even like I remember I was, like talking to Nishing, those are the kind of videos he likes too. Like the videos of just like not people just like, you know, like people just like talking, just showing, they're speaking their mind, just being raw and being themselves. Because YouTube is like, the whole thing about YouTube is broadcast yourself. It's not supposed to be a bunch of people talking about like reviewing stuff and playing games and stuff like that. It's just it's just became that because that's just what the market appeals to the market or whatever. But really, that's not what it was meant to be. It's just broadcast yourself. It's just be a bunch of people expressing themselves and whatever they're passionate about or whatever. So, but like once again, like I said, that's not a searchable. That's not high with the keywords and things like that.
Every now and then I got to fit some clickbait in there. So, you know, tomorrow we're talking about the Nintendo Switch. That'll be fun.
That's why what I meant when I said, like, you know, like when I would do like a video that's just like, oh, that's just me, and then like maybe throw another video in between there to kind of off balance the lack thereof in the first video that I made. So there's the one video that I wanted to make and the video that needed to be made for other people to find that video that I wanted to make. And once again, even though he probably didn't even intend to do it, what I always say, the person I learned that from was with Afro, because I saw that he had because at first I saw Afro just doing nothing but posting those Naruto Storm 4 videos, and I didn't think to like spam it the way he did when the game first came out, because I didn't want my channel to just be overwhelmed by that and then just to give the impression that I just make nothing but those types of videos. But then when I saw he did that, because I saw other channels do it and fail. Like I saw Sheikah's Clouds do nothing but Naruto content, and every time he made something else, nobody would give a fuck. But Sheikah's Clouds did it for so long that it was too late. There was no going back. But Afro did enough to where he kept that anchor in the miscellaneous realm, in the sense that like every 5th video or so, he would make a video that wasn't related to Naruto or related to Xenoverse. So it would be a vlog, or it would just be him talking about some random anime he's interested in or whatever. And even though those videos wouldn't get the same amount of views as the main videos he was making, they were still getting more than he would have gotten had he not made those in the first place. So it was still a win in the long run anyways. So when I saw that, I was like, that's a cool thing. I want that as well. But once again, like I said, there's also finding that balance, and I still feel like Afro's balance isn't as even as I would like my channel to be. I still feel like it's a lot more of like a 60-40 split, maybe even like a 70-30, for like the 60% being his Xenoverse Naruto fan base, whereas I would prefer mine to be more of like a 50-50, and then slowly curve it into the higher percentage being not the anime Naruto content or whatever. Like I've seen it happen and over the course of a long period of time, so I know it's not something that's going to happen overnight. In fact, that's why like I've been watching all these Gary Vaynerchuk videos, how he always talks about how
you son of a bitch.
He always talks about, like, you're not trying to do anything overnight. You're trying to do something over the course of 10 years. It's like be macro slow, micro fast or something, or it's like be fast in your day to day, but
macro
slow in your
patience,
long term goals.
micro speed. That's what it is.
Yeah, that was the full quote. Oh, I dropped this thing. So yeah, I think that was a good thing.
You don't respect
thing that he said.
You don't respect the teachings of Gary V. Sensei. How dare you?
I do actually. That's why I watch them. So, so yeah, so that was pretty interesting. So like for example, one person that I think did it pretty well, in which case, and once again, like this with the stuff that he does now, I feel like I wouldn't do the way like the full like, and that's anybody. You wouldn't do their like because everyone has their own journey. You can learn from other people, but you're not trying to imitate them. You're trying to become a better person of yourself by like looking at what other people do and whatnot. But like I think KSI is a perfect example of that, because what KSI started out doing was FIFA videos, FIFA pack unboxings and stuff like that. And now his channel is just whatever the fuck he makes a video on or whatever. And even people like PewDiePie are like that. But I think one of the things, and I remember Game Theory made a video about this, how like even though like someone like PewDiePie, he doesn't have to make a video on a gameplay ever again. You still have to. The thing about gameplay, about gaming related content though, is that once again, like it shows up in search results, it fits into a neat category and whatnot, and you can put it out consistently, and people know what to look for. So that's why it's like even in the top of the ladder, the pyramid or whatever, you still have to find that balance. So you're never abandoning
about anime. I feel like I could make tons of anime videos.
Yeah, you're never abandoning the entire thing. Like even someone like KSI, like I feel like every time he makes like a pack opening video, it still gets like, if not as many more views than a video that like is just him talking about whatever, just doing a skit or a spoof or whatever. But I feel like those videos are so much better. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that have like these great ideas of hilarious videos, this excellent content, but no one will ever see it because they're doing it backwards. They're not trying to grow the correct way. But I'm sorry, I know this is just out of the blue, but the more and more I talk about this, I'm like, this is like literally every podcast. But I mean, it's a good thing, but it's just like that's crazy. Like every podcast is just seemingly talking more and more on top of the same thing. It happened by
accident this time. It was more so about something else. I don't remember what the fuck we were talking.
But it always goes back to it though. I think that should say something. Like
I mean, it's a really important topic that
it's all relevant.
Yeah, it's always relevant because then we start talking about Gary V and how the fact that it's just like for you to achieve anything, you actually have to hustle. And I tell that to people all the time who are just like, oh man, Jay, I've been making videos or whatever, or I want to have this many subscribers. Like people who usually just ask me for advice because they're too scared to ask you. They're like, what do you think I should do with my channel? And I'm just like, make videos. They're like, yeah, but I already make videos. I was like, obviously you don't, because I don't know who you are. So,
and every time they say that, then you look on their channel, they haven't uploaded any videos or whatever.
Exactly. It's just like, you haven't done a video in a month. What are you talking about? Like, who are you? Bro, come on. That's your advice right there. So it comes back to just fucking hustle, man. It's not that hard. Like, I don't know who it was I was talking to today. Oh, it was K-Dog, Eternal Oblivion, and I think Shattuck. He was there too. And we were just talking about something, and I ended up talking about like cakes for like 24 minutes. I don't know why the fuck I was talking about cake. And he had asked me about like turning your YouTube channel into a business or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, that's easy. You just got to stay consistent and then leverage, because I learned it from Gary Vee. You just got to leverage your hard work and your hustle for actual monetary gain. Like, it's not that hard. And he was, and like, also
this doesn't even apply to YouTube. Just in whatever it is you're trying to aspire to do in your life, like people see, just because you've seen people and they just blow up overnight, like don't expect like that to happen to you. And if it doesn't happen to you, then suddenly it's not for you.
Don't ever expect it to. Go in with the expectation that you're literally never going to achieve anything. That's why.
And it's one of those things. And this is how I always said, like how you said, Jay, like, oh, all these people need to quit. Like it's like honestly, and this is the way I feel. Maybe you should get more. I guess maybe you just getting motivated is one thing, but I feel like you should never have to be told or encouraged to do something. It's like if you don't want to do it, then you don't deserve it. Like if you need somebody to convince you, it's not for you. Like for me, nobody told me to make a channel. In fact, and I don't know if things have changed, but when I was starting out, like it seemed like all the odds were stacked against me. Like it was just like there was no there was no like for me, at least from what I see, there's a laid out, it's just like a laid out plan, but that's just because of all the experience that I have. But from the perspective I was getting when I was starting my channel, was that there was, in fact, I don't even think I expected it. There was no like chance of me growing and getting bigger. The odds were stacked against me. So I wasn't doing it because I felt that there was a guaranteed success. It was just something that I wanted to do. Whether it failed or succeeded, I would do it regardless. And that's what you know, something that those are the people that make it big. So like whenever you get these people, and then even the people that have been consistent, and then and they're confused. Why am I not growing? Why am I not succeeding? I'm doing something wrong. You're probably not doing anything wrong. In fact, it's just
not your time. Be patient. Like it's not.
You've been consistent, but you've been consistent for what, like 3 months? Like with no experience or prior knowledge beforehand, nobody's gonna pop off after 3 months of being consistent. Like you need to be consistent for years. Like it's something that has you have to cultivate over time.
You gotta be humble about it, because at any point, any time, you just fall off. Like
I know nobody. I don't know a single person who's been consistent. And here's the other thing too, because I've seen people that have been consistent for years and they still don't grow. You have to be actually and you know, don't kid yourself. I've never seen some person where they haven't been making efforts to get better and to improve, and they just don't grow. Like all these people that they've been making the same kind of thing for years and never growing and being consistent about it, and even this is really rare. They know that they haven't been getting better. They know if they haven't been trying, or they could do more. Like it's not that they know what they need to do. So I've never heard of somebody who's been making videos consistently, uploading 2-3 times a week for over a year, and never let up, and have been constantly trying to make their content, putting in a genuine effort to get better, and they just didn't go anywhere. It doesn't happen. It just physically doesn't happen. And it's one of those things too. I always doubt myself 100% of the time. It's not like I doubt myself I'm not confident in my abilities. I am. It's kind of like a combination of both. But I'm always skeptical. I always make a video and be like, this is getting no views. Even if I know it's gonna get views. But on one hand, I'm just you have to. It's like it doesn't matter how good the video is. It doesn't matter it's guaranteed a certain amount of views, because there's always people out there that want to listen to your content. No matter what I do, I have enough subs where there's certain people that just want to hear me talk, which is amazing. I love that support or whatever. But then there's also that part of me that's just or maybe this is just that video that just doesn't ever get views or whatever like that. That concern is always even in the back of my head, even though it just about 90% of the time never happens. But I mean, once again, but then I've never regretted making a video before. It's just every time I make a video, even if no one else likes it, I enjoy it. I sometimes even look back to some of my older videos that are privated that have no views, and I love rewatching them because and I'm so glad that I made those videos. The PlayStation's Day Off video that I made way back then, or the Solid Metal Bitches video. Remember that video? That video is amazing.
I got
video.
6 dogs, 6 bitches.
That freestyle rap at the end, man. Oh man, that video has 2,000 views, bro. But that video was one of the most my favorite videos I've made on the channel. So, and I was telling them just the nice thing. It's not that I stopped making those types of videos anymore. I just make them in pieces, and then I compile them into the best of Family Controller videos. So it's not that I stopped making them. I just make them, and I I might have a video where it's there's that one because it takes a long time to make a
full. That's crazy to me that you were at what 15, 20,000 subs when you made that video. Holy shit!
I think 10,000.
Yeah, you were you were still, your channel was still pretty coming up, man. Damn, it's been that long.
But it's it's just funny that I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say, but yeah, I mean, I do remember I was saying I split the stuff up and multiple videos and everything like that. Oh yeah, so because obviously making consistent 10-minute videos every day, 10-minute plus or multiple, and the amount of editing it takes to make a video of that quality is it's physically impossible. So I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but maybe not by yourself or whatever. So what I do is it might be 2 minutes of the video where I put in a shit ton of effort, and then I might kind of just just kind of take it easy for the other 8 minutes or whatever. But then if I'm making a 2-minute edit every day for 30 days, or God forbid 2 a day for 30 days, and I make the best selling controller video, then I have a solid 20 minutes of content that I put a shit ton of effort into. So
it's all about consistency, man, because then you can leverage that. And that's why I was saying I'm super psyched to that YouTube is in the state it's in, because it's really pressured. All the people who want to stay on the platform are going to stay here. All the people who don't, dip, bro. This
You
isn't
feel
for
like
you.
it's gonna weed out all of the
I feel like it's
the
gonna
casuals, so to speak.
it's gonna weed out a lot of people who either I feel don't deserve it, or just like they're gonna desert it because they're here just for like, not just for the money, but because it's one of those things where they're not interested in anything if there's no money in it. But whereas people who actually like making videos to make videos, I feel like it might restore YouTube to that, like, to that platform of just uploading shit just to upload, you know?
Yeah, I think it would be one of those things where, like, not that it wouldn't be, you wouldn't still be able to monetize on there, but it wouldn't be as easy. Like, it would have to take more passion and more effort instead of just like anybody just hops on and just throws some shit together.
Exactly. It'll weed out a lot of clowns who just like, oh man, I've been making so much money off of doing bullshit for so long that it's just like, oh, now that I'm not doing bullshit, like what am I supposed to do? And I think it's very interesting how a lot of people really see themselves as like oh yeah, my channel's popping or whatever, but nobody actually like really gives a shit about you personally. They give a shit about your content, and I find that to be very irritating, because it's just like, bro, nobody gives two fucks about you, especially for like some of these channels that don't do commentary, some of these channels that use share button but don't have their microphone on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a share button YouTuber, except for the fact that you're a share button YouTuber. That's already disrespect enough. But like, if you dare be a share button YouTuber with no commentary, you might as well go kill yourself. Like, that's just doing too much. Like, YouTube is not YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is this place where you can like benefit off of the business that is YouTube, but at the same time, if you're not actually doing it because you like doing it, like, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck off the platform. Like, it's not for you. And obviously, some people they slip through the cracks. Some people don't. Some people do. I mean, it's just one of those things where, because I'm making content on the shit that I actually care about, I feel like I'm gonna be better off than the average person who wants to just make content just to make, you know, just.
And yeah, that's the thing I've been saying all this time, is that like you might grow really quickly initially making content that just gets views, but if it's not something you're passionate about, something that you want to keep making, you're gonna eventually, it won't even be you. I mean, the channel that stops, it'll just be you. You personally just won't care anymore. You'll lose that drive.
Out. Yeah.
Because like I'm not burnt out, but like I get moments of like, I get these relapses, moments where I just like I get exhausted of making content that I want to make. God forbid I'm making content that I don't want to make. That would be even worse.
Oh man, did I tell you how the other day, like, I passed out making a video, and I was so mad because I was just like, man, I wanted to put out a 4th video today, but I can't now because I just like, yeah, like my body just got super tired. Like, it was just, I couldn't.
Bro, that's literally me that's literally me. At least I pass out making a video at least once every 3 days, because I'm all like
that shit is irritating. Like,
I mean, it's something I'm just used to at this point. Like that happened to, no, not today, yesterday, I think, where I was full of energy. And it's like, it's not that I was even losing sleep. I was just I guess just exhausted. Like, I was full of energy at the beginning of the day, and I was like, oh man, I'm about to pump out. That was that way. I don't know if that was yesterday, but remember that day where you were trying to like get me in the Discord, and you're like, what happened to you? Because I tweeted out that I had fallen asleep or whatever.
Oh,
it was that day. Where like I was like I had finished my first video at like 8 o'clock or something, and then I was like 8 a.m. and I'm like, oh man, I got so much time left. And it's funny too, like, it's always too good to be true. Like, every time I finish a video super early, that means that I'm gonna get super fucking tired.
It's like, nah, nigga, that's not happening.
Because like it's like there's no way I'm about to finish. I finished this first video and it's 8 o'clock, and then I'm about to finish another video by noon.
Bullshit.
And then I'm about to live stream at 2 o'clock. That's literally never happened. So, but like so I always know it's too good to be true. And then sure enough, I think when it hits around noon or something like that, as I'm finishing uploading the first video, I get super fucking tired, and then I fall asleep, and then the second video doesn't even coming out until like 8 o'clock or some shit, even though it was already done, and I just like I fell asleep before I could upload it or some shit. It's always something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
But,
that's just no.
But it's just part of the thing, though. I mean, I feel like it's one of those things that after a while I'll figure it out. I'll get conditioned to it and I'll get used to it. It won't feel like so exhausting. But then it's just like there's the new challenge. Now it's like, now what's exhausting me? But there's always gonna be something. But that's kind of the whole part of the thing. And once again, to reference back to Gary Vee, is that it's not even about the destination. It's about the journey. You need to have fun in the now and enjoy yourself now.
Oh man.
And so not so much worrying about like, because you're gonna keep constantly saying, oh, I'm gonna have fun when I get to this point, or when I get to this point. You're going to keep saying that and never actually get to this, like, there is no final destination, I guess you could say. So I'm not really like, oh man, when I get to 100,000, when I get to 500,000, when I get to 1 million, like, I'm enjoying my channel as it is now. If my channel never grows ever again, which God forbid that ever happens, but if it didn't, I'm enjoying it as it is right now. Like, you know, like the fans that I already, like the supporters I already have, The subscribers I already have, the views I already have. Obviously, I'm always going to want more, but I'm content with like what I am at this moment. So, you know, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, it'll be fine. And I was talking about that today too. I was like, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, if I don't really like grow like a ridiculous amount, I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah, I at least got glad I got to the milestones where I can at least make videos and somebody's seeing it. It's getting to somebody. Like I'm making this content that's great and it's not just falling by the wayside. So that's enough in of itself at the end of the day. Jakeezy?
Yeah, because I was going through the hashtag YouTube rant thing. And I was just commenting on a bunch of people's videos because I was just listening to other people's rants. And so I was just like commenting on people's videos. And this was one guy who decided to come back. What's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, you know what? It's one of those things where even if my channel didn't grow any further, I can leverage my work because obviously, you know, like I have all the plugs in the fucking world. So I could just be like, yeah, if I needed a job or if I needed to worry about something, why should we hire you? Well, I dedicated all this time to doing something for free for a bunch of years and it got me this far. And, you know, you should definitely bring me on board because obviously I was determined to do something for free. So fuck you worried about.
Yeah, with Gary Vee, the way he described his like what was like a wine business or something.
Yeah, wine library. He's
the way he described
one of the first people on the internet to like e-commerce wine.
The way he described it was basically any YouTube channel is like you know, he worked at it for 8 years or whatever and turned it from this business to this business. That's literally YouTube. Is like you work at it for like 10 years or whatever, and then you change it from like this small channel that had no subs to this channel that's like making millions of dollars. And also it's something I think people don't allow to take into consideration. All these big YouTubers, you know, PewDiePie, KSI, all these people. If you ever look, they've been making videos since the beginning of YouTube. For like it's taken them like 10 years to get to this point. So don't expect you to get there in 3, 4, 5 years. It's like go into it expecting it's going to take 10 years before you get to any point of relevance that you're going to be at least even mildly like okay with. Like exactly. So, like be prepared for that. Philip DeFranco and other like all the biggest channels, you know, the majority of them have been around since 2006. Like their videos have been around for like past 8 years. So.
Macro patience, micro speed. Like
exactly.
It's just like you got for the bigger picture, it's gonna take a long time. Like expect it to take a long time. It didn't.
You got to be in it for the long run.
Rome wasn't built in a day, my nigga. And even when it was destroyed, it was just like it still took a long time. So don't worry about it. Like there's plenty of time, but you have to act like there's no time left. That's the difference. So
yeah, but like because I feel like a lot of people in this people keep saying this generation, but I don't think that's the case. I think that people have always been this way. Is that they're always been about instant gratification, not trying to like earn something and get it over time. They're trying to get it now, today, so to speak. Yeah. And also here's the other thing too. I don't think that there even exists people that get instant like gratification, because that instant gratification, chances are you got there via a shortcut, and it very rarely lasts. I mean, sometimes it does, but that's a very rare instance. In which case, and a lot of times, but people think, and oh my God, Jay. I be hating shit like this. In fact, I think Big Sean has said this in a few of his raps. Like I hear this shit all the time, and it frustrates me. In fact, I got triggered, by the way, when oh my God, wow, I'm getting heated just thinking about it. I got so triggered.
Well, split it out. Damn, I want to know.
Okay, so Afro made that second video where some guy was like I guess like clowning his channel, whatever, and all that shit, or saying he was copying his videos, whatever the fuck. I forgot what his name was, but and he was and Afro, and part of this video he had a Discord conversation with this guy, and he's like, I get offended when people complain with 100,000. Like, you should be honored that you have this amount of subscribers. Like he didn't earn them himself and shit like that. And people, I hate when people, and I always say this about, like, this is the same way with Afro and all these other different people too. When they say, oh, you just popped off, you just grew, you just blew up out of nowhere. Nobody in existence blows up out of nowhere. Just because you're just now seeing,
that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, just because you're just now seeing, like, there's a visible result of their progress doesn't mean that it started right when you started to see it. It was something that had been in the progress, been cultivated for a long time. It's just finally taking full effect. When you get someone like Afro, where he got all these subs out of nowhere, but his editing skills and his personality and all that talent that he had that is on his channel, he didn't get that shit overnight. That's something that's always been there. So it's something that you might be like it's like you might be cultivating something for a really long time, and then all of a sudden, like, boom, then you finally put it into effect. But it's something that's always been there. And so I feel like that's with any channel that grows like with any channel.
So let me ask you a question, my nigga.
Any,
when is you gonna pop off? You probably gonna hit what, like 90K, and then finally have your growth spurt?
I mean, people will say that I just grew up out of nowhere, like right now. So it's just one of those things to where even if I don't just like,
I don't think anybody can say that about you. I'd be like, man, I remember when that nigga had 1,500 subscribers. That nigga ain't shit now. He ain't shit then. So,
but like, or like both with like YouTube channels, I feel like the same way with rappers. Like, it doesn't mean that they were a bad rapper until they started blowing up and popping off. They were this good of a rapper all this time. You just had, and I say this all the time. It's just like, it's all like a marketing. It's all about exposing yourself, getting your voice out there. There's so many talented people out there that are talented as fuck. Singers, rappers, YouTubers, all this stuff, entertainers in general. That talent is just waiting for someone to find it. Like, oh my God, I get like low key triggered when I see this stuff. Like, a perfect example is fuck, I don't remember his name. Andrew Schultz, his ex-girlfriend Sarah, or whatever. Like, she's still got that YouTube channel.
By the way, you still trying to tap Andrew Schultz's wife? What are you doing?
I never was trying to do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You know you was trying to get Mrs. Schultz.
I am subscribed to her channel though, and
that's
she
where
like,
it starts.
and yeah. And yeah, like she uploads like every once in a while like these like music videos of her singing something. Like, it's crazy that she puts all this effort into that shit and just gets no views. Just nobody ever sees it. And so it's like, how the fuck is this? Like, even like some low level, like how does shit like this just like exist and just doesn't get found? Like, that's just always just baffling to me. Like, and that's not the first time I've seen it too. I've seen these videos where I'm like, oh, this probably has millions of views, and I click on it and I look at it and it has no views. It's like, well, I mean, nowhere near as many views as it's supposed to have. So it's just like, there's a lot of stuff out there. And that's why, like, when I was saying in that one video with my Heavenly Kings channel, and like another Monday is coming up and upload another one, I want people to, like, you know, and for those of you guys listening, to go in the Discord, you know, in that text chat that I put, and put their videos in there, because I feel like these videos are out there, just nobody's found them yet. Even if the video isn't amazing, it's probably better than still like 90% of the shit out there anyways. And if anything, it's like, I'm a selfish person. I'm not even doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. I want to see dope content that I can't find on my own because they're not visible, because you need a certain amount of subscribers for me to find it.
I find it crazy that I'm subscribed to like 200 channels or some shit, and I only watch like 5 of them on a daily basis.
Right? I mean, it's like,
on a weekly basis.
Because most of it is just like it's just like the same old repetitive bullshit. It's just like finding like genuinely good content. Most of my favorite channels have like no fucking subs. Like, I have this one channel. Hold on, I should look it up what this channel is called.
Yeah, but man. Like, and ever since you stopped doing top 10 mods of the month, I stopped watching your channel too. I unsubscribed. I was like, fuck you, nigga. Bye. I'm good. But in your defense, I was like looking for different mods to use for one of my videos, and I was like, no wonder it's so hard to do a top 10 mods. Like, there aren't even 10 good mods that come out. Like, that shit kind of made me mad. So like, everything just had to be an Agwang mod, and I was just like,
no. The reason I stopped making those videos is because the amount of effort it took to make them, as opposed to how many views they were getting. Whereas I can just make a video on each individual mod and get more views, or just as many, and take like 10% the same amount of effort. It was a bad investment. Like, people ask me to make certain types of videos. Like, people say, hey, have to make another Smash or Pass video. But like, I'm like, well, the previous one didn't get that. I mean, if it just got normal views, why would I put like that? Those take like an extra amount of effort. Like, the Dragon Ball Z one did really good, but the Naruto one didn't do amazing. It was just decent views. So it's like, well, I'm not making another one. Even if the people were asking, people would say, oh, make it, I don't fuck with video. And then I make it, it gets 3,000 views. I'm like, well, where are all these people that were demanding this video?
Yeah,
like, where are these views at? So,
I mean, I could understand if it was a video that didn't take me a whole lot of time. Oh, for Heavenly, for people who don't know, what's the Discord link?
Well, for the people who don't know, they don't deserve to know, but it's
damn.
It's discord.gg/HeavenlyController.
There it is.
It's literally just like, yeah, I mean, but once again, the link is in the description for every video. So the people that wanted to find it, I found it, but I can't find this channel. I don't remember where it was. I remember it had for the profile picture. It's all my imagination. The profile picture was it was one of those what was that heist game where they were wearing those like American masks and shit? I forgot what it's called.
That would be I don't remember.
You know what game I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the bank robbery
Payday.
Yeah,
Payday.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember that was the profile picture for the channel. And oh, here he is, JFJ. And like the Payday like mask thing is like the thing, but like he makes videos, like his video, like he made this video, Walking Dead New Frontier is fucked. It's a 5-minute video, has 2.4 thousand, like 2,000 views, and I watched it. And it was one of the funniest shit. Like, I was literally, my stomach was hurting watching this video, but it has 2,000 views. Like, you tell me this has 2,000 views, but there's some shit that has hundreds, thousands, millions of views, and they're trash. Like, they're so fucking boring. So like, most of the best content on YouTube has no views. I mean, this may be, you know, like, or whatever. Like, I'm not a humble person.
But
my
it's
videos
okay.
are like,
it's just people who need to quit.
I make videos that shit on like 9% of YouTube all the time. Like, I make videos that I know are fucking amazing, and but like they're not getting these like same level of views, so that they should be getting. But I mean, once again, it's the same way, like I say, with any other bigger YouTuber that just popped off out of nowhere, or rapper or anything. Once people find my channel, and I mean, it may happen overnight, it may happen slowly. I would actually prefer for it to happen slowly.
I hope it happens very slow. I hope you don't gain a single subscriber for years. And I hope that.
Well, I mean, I gained a subscriber just as we had that sentence. So when I refreshed the page, so
if you could just eat a dick, that'd be great. Like that'd make me feel so much.
So, better. But like it's like once you get over that milestone, then people will be like, "Holy fuck!" Like I love these comments. Like, and I mean, like I agree. Like I don't feel like I can't think it's stupid when it's like when you're the one making content, you have to be all humble about it. Like I know when I'm making some dope shit, but I love when someone like, man, I found this guy's channel, and you know, I just thought, oh, he had some big titties in his thumbnail, so I clicked that. But then I was like, oh, these videos are fucking amazing. I'm gonna stay for the rest of this shit. I love seeing those comments because that's exactly what I was trying to accomplish with that. So
came here for the big titty thumbnail, stayed for the heavenly. Is that what that's what people were saying?
Yeah, come for the thumbnail, stay for the heavenly. Come for the big booty bitches.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
All right, Jay, I'm all ranted out. Is there anything else you want to say in this podcast?
I was gonna talk about all these really big YouTubers who are or mid-level YouTubers who are panicking about AdSense. But I feel like that's kind of a dead horse because a lot of these people rely on AdSense. Yeah, just for like a quick 2 minutes then. All these people like that rely on AdSense, I feel like I'm in a very good position to make fun of them. Because I'm just like, bro, maybe some of you guys should have thought about, I don't know, maybe establishing a business and making money outside of AdSense. First of all, if you got over like 10,000, 20,000, yeah, like 10 to 100,000, like, nigga, you need to have like your LLC established. Like, you need to be like making moves because obviously you've been working to build a YouTube channel and you see it growing and shit. You need to preserve that because if YouTube dies overnight and you're not prepared, it's just like, the fuck, like,
yeah, right. It's like how Philip DeFranco said, like, he's always like prepared for the people who take care of him to like abandon him, so he's always setting up a new home to go to or some shit. He said something like that in a video one time. But no, yeah, like that's why, like, when I see people with 100,000 subs that they gain those subs overnight, I don't feel jealous about those people because I'm like, I wouldn't want to be at their level at 100,000 subs.
Oh no, I'd be a little mad. I'd be like, can you niggas leave? I'm gonna start a new channel. Fuck this.
And like a lot of times the sub count means nothing because you get some people that have way more subs, but I'm getting way more views than them. I know way more than them. My videos are way doper than them. Like, yeah, they just pop it off on that one thing, and like, but like they're not getting that consistent amount of quality, that amount of views. Like they might make a video every now and then that make it a lot.
People out there who have shitty thumbnails who have like way more subs than they should.
Yeah, and they might make a video. They might make a video that gets them a lot of views, but like if they make anything else, then it doesn't get those same amount of views. Like there was this one. It was like an April Fool's joke. I think it was like well, I forgot the YouTuber's name, but he was like, man, all I can make are Overwatch videos. It always has to be Overwatch. If I make anything else, it gets no views. You know what? I'm done with Overwatch. I'm tired of this shit. But it was April Fool's joke. He wasn't really gonna do that. But like that was like that was very self-aware of him to say. Like it's like all I can make are Overwatch videos. Yeah, you're this big channel. You have hundreds of thousands of subs, but all you can make is Overwatch. So I mean, if you want to be one of those channels, if you want to just do nothing but make Naruto videos,
like, that's cool.
Xenoverse videos, and you have hundreds of thousands of subs off of that, that's fine. But I'm not trying to get a channel off of a specific trend or a specific game or a specific topic. I'm trying to get a channel off of me. I'm trying to make myself a brand.
Ooh,
so
what is this? I just picked up a spear or something? Oh my god. I'm playing Nier Automata.
What are you playing? Oh, I got a spear too. That shit was lit. She was like flipping that shit between her butt cheeks. It was amazing.
Hold on.
But yeah,
you're spoiling it. I haven't equipped it yet.
When I get to 100,000, let me tell you, Jay. When I get to 100,000 subs, like I will be so much more established. Like I will be on like what like a lot of these million subscriber channels are at. Like I already feel like I'm so further along than most people. Like it's so crazy when I see people with like my amount of subs and like they just like haven't really accomplished anything. Like you know, like for me, you know, already for both of us to be like 50 episodes into this fucking podcast already. Like most people at
oh my god, some people are just now starting their podcast. It'd be like, oh man, you know, my podcast is really dope. I'm like, are you 58 episodes in though? 59 episodes in, my nigga. Like, don't nobody know you. You ain't got no podcast, nigga. Why you lying to people?
Like I'm trying to be on these Phil DeFranco levels at 100,000. Like, I'm trying to have like 4 channels ran by 3 different people. I'm trying to hire other people to help me manage different things and do all this other shit. You know, yeah, I'm trying to be all over the place. So for these people that have 100,000, 300,000, like, I mean, like, God bless his soul, like Afro. Like when I'm at Afro's level, oh my god, like I mean, Afro will probably be higher than I am when I'm at his amount of subs. when I'm at his amount of subs that he's at now, when I get there, oh my god, my content will shit on what his content is now when I'm at that level. Of course, his content
I'm gonna quit YouTube at that level. Like if
his content will have evolved past then too. But like I'm just talking about like how I scale in comparison. So like when I'm at 300,000 subs, I'll be the most lit fucking channel. I'll have 300,000 subs getting a million views.
I'm gonna have a YouTube petition going around to have your channel terminated. I'm gonna be like, nope, don't let this man get any more powerful, please. Take this nigga's channel down. People are gonna look at his channel. This guy's using bots. This isn't. He's got bots. None of these. Yeah, these views and these comments and these likes and these shits. Man, this shit not real. These fake. It's like they're coming to live streams and shit. Nah, I don't know how we got bots to come to the live stream, but it's fake. I promise.
I don't know how he got these bots in his live stream, but
it's a trick. It's wizardry. Don't believe any of it. This is all a bullshit lie.
He's got 100 friends he's got 100 multiple accounts that he uses to log on. He logs into all of them. I don't know how he's typing
this fast, but
he logs into all these separate tabs and just goes on.
Yeah, they're all different. It's a program. He just has them comment after a certain amount of time. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's all
they're all these bots. He has all these pre-rendered messages that display.
Exactly. He's got 20 interns. He's just got 20 friends with laptops. Like they're all.
Man, I wish I had fucking 20 interns. Shit, that'd be in a comment.
They're all lying. Everybody has 5 tabs open with 5 different Google accounts. Like this shit is not real.
If you can get people to do all that shit, that's a feat in and of itself right there. Anyways, like,
dude, honestly, that helps you
manage to get 20 interns to do all that shit for you, but you couldn't get the actual sub to get into your stream like that.
He calls them interns. They're actually just his mom and her bingo club.
That shit sounds harder. Oh man, that's a devoted ass bingo club.
Yeah, right. It's because you agreed to buy the prune juice and the moon pies for everybody.
Oh man, I like my prune juice and moon pie shit. All right, let's wrap this shit up. What's your moral of the story? What's your message of the day for this podcast?
Moral of the story is if you're not cut out to be YouTube, you're gonna get exposed, bro. Like time will expose you, and I look forward to it.
You might as well start your McDonald's application right now.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Gary Vee pointed something out to me that actually did change my day, because as much information as I like just absorbed from this man's face hole, I just was like, he basically like had an interview with this guy that like he worked for before he started Wine Library, and his boss had told him like, you know, this is fucking stupid, this internet thing's not gonna work out, and then obviously he blew up, and then so he sent him an email and asked can he be on Wine Library, and without batting an eye, Gary said yeah. But he was very humble about it, and his friends and shit, they all thought that he was bringing him on the show to make fun of him and stuff like that. He never did it. He just shook his hand, looked him right in the face, and was just like, you already know what it is. Like, you already see how successful I became, and you talked all that shit to me, and you see where I'm at now. But he didn't need to say any of it. His actions spoke for himself. So I think it's all about work. Put in that work and shut your fucking mouth. If you tell me that you're gonna make videos and you don't make videos, bro, best believe I'm about to be on your ass.
Man, I feel like Gary Vee needs to find our podcast, but he would never hear all of this shit that we say that he would totally agree with, because
I sent D-Rock our podcast and he's seen D-Rock has seen it.
I feel like they'd have to sift through all the weeaboo shit to finally get to all that that knowledge. So you know, like I feel like I definitely when I get to 100K subscribers, I'm gonna try to fucking go to Ty Lopez's house, because this guy like he legit brings everybody to his fucking house.
I mean, like, if you want, do you want me to make a few phone calls and see if I can find him?
I mean, yeah, man, do what you want to do. But like, in fact, I'm gonna just be spam. Cause especially after watching, you see Casey Neistat's video where he sent that letter to that guy. I forgot the one who
he just sent it to him 1,000 times, and he finally responded. He's like, fine, I'll come over to your house. Like,
yeah, I need to do that shit. So like, cause like literally like. Just everybody fucking shows, like he brings everybody to his fucking house. Like that one guy, I forgot, that Cody Co guy who was making that shit, trashing him.
I like that guy.
He invited him to his house, like.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm definitely trying to do all that shit, but yeah, I was thinking that. So for me, I'm just gonna rip off Gary Vee and stuff like that, and since that, but I mean, once again, not even I talk about YouTube because that's what I do, but it doesn't matter what it is that you want to do, like just like whether you want to be a fucking like I don't know, the ultimate fucking what was it like cookie, you want to be a cookie baking mastermind. Like you want to be on these
you want to make cookies levels with bacon inside, bro. You better do that shit to another level.
Yeah, so Like, and once again, for me, like, once again, to rip off Gary Vee, I would just say, like, what was the, how you put it perfectly? It was macro patience, micro speed. That's perfect. That's it. That's the best.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the keys to the kingdom. Go
operate like there's plenty of time, but move like there is no time. So
yeah, go out there, take this knowledge that we provided you, get bitches and fuck money, and
oh wait, one more thing. We would like to let everybody know that the podcast is available on iTunes and Podbean, and you can download that on iOS and Android. Thank you.
Yeah, it's also available on Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio.
No, stop! Pornhub, no, stop lying.
Yeah, Pornhub. Yeah.
I'm gonna actually look into that today. I will. I'll look into that today. So maybe.
Yeah. So after this podcast has been published, it's gonna be on Pornhub. So links in the description. All right.
Yeah. Woo! Get the fuck out. Go to sleep.